In a year already marked by tragedy, the unexpected death of Rich Homie Quan, one of Atlanta's most influential hip-hop stars, has left fans and fellow musicians in shock. His lifeless body was discovered at his Atlanta home by his girlfriend, Amber Williams, after a morning routine turned into a nightmare. When she returned home, she found him unresponsive, his mouth foaming, and the 911 call that followed has only deepened the mystery. As details unfold, the cause of death remains elusive, but the tragedy is a bitter end to a life filled with triumphs, controversies, and a fight to stay on top in a ruthless industry. On that fateful morning, Amber Williams left their home to pick up their son from school, leaving Quan asleep on the couch after a quiet evening. Upon returning, she found him in the same position, seemingly still asleep. However, when she attempted to wake him, she quickly realized something was wrong. During the 911 call, Williams described the chilling scene to the operator, saying, "I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing." As she turned him over, she noticed something even more alarming: foam at his mouth. "When I turned him over, he kind of foamed at the mouth," she said, her voice filled with panic. This detail raised immediate concerns, as foaming at the mouth is often a sign associated with drug overdoses or seizures. Despite Williams's desperate efforts, following the 911 operator's instructions to perform CPR, it was too late. Paramedics arrived shortly after and pronounced Quan dead at the scene. The initial shock of his passing has now given way to a growing mystery, with many wondering if drugs played a role in his death. The detail of foaming at the mouth, coupled with Quan being found unresponsive, has led many to speculate that the rapper may have died of a drug overdose. Though no official cause of death has been released yet, and the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office has scheduled an autopsy, the symptoms described by Williams are consistent with those seen in cases of opioid or other drug overdoses. This speculation gains traction considering the history of drug-related deaths in the music industry, especially in recent years. The hip-hop community has tragically lost several artists to drugs, such as Juice WRLD and Mac Miller, both of whom died from accidental overdoses. The pressures of fame, coupled with the often glamorized culture of substance use in the industry, have contributed to a growing crisis. While Rich Homie Quan wasn't known for openly discussing drug use in his music, the circumstances of his death have raised concerns that he may have quietly struggled with addiction. The possibility of a drug overdose is especially poignant given the recent rise in drug-related deaths within the hip-hop community. Opioids, such as fentanyl, have become a significant concern, with many artists unknowingly ingesting substances laced with the powerful synthetic opioid. Even in small amounts, fentanyl can be deadly, and the drug has been responsible for an alarming increase in overdose deaths across the US, particularly in the music industry. Rich Homie Quan's death has reignited conversations about the pressures of fame, mental health, and substance abuse in hip-hop. Artists often face overwhelming stress, whether from maintaining their careers, handling public scrutiny, or dealing with the personal challenges that come with the lifestyle. For many, drugs become a coping mechanism, and despite the risks, they often turn to substances to relieve the pressures of life in the spotlight. While there has been no direct evidence that Rich Homie Quan struggled with drug use, the possibility of an accidental overdose remains a leading theory as his autopsy results are awaited. The rapper, like so many others, may have faced pressures behind the scenes that led to his tragic end. Before the speculation and tragedy surrounding his death, Rich Homie Quan was best known for his immense contributions to the rap world. Born in October 1990 in Atlanta, Georgia, Quan grew up in a tough environment as the eldest of 3 siblings in a single-parent household. He initially dreamed of becoming a professional baseball player, but after a series of legal troubles landed him in jail for 15 months, he turned to music to rebuild his life. His breakthrough moment came in 2013 with the release of Type of Way, a track that quickly became a hit. The song's success helped propel him into the spotlight, making him one of the leading voices in the trap music scene that was rising out of Atlanta. As his fame grew, he collaborated with fellow Atlanta artist Young Thug and Birdman and the Rich Gang Project, releasing the hit song Lifestyle. Throughout his career, he faced several controversies that often overshadowed his musical achievements. In 2015, he was heavily criticized for lyrics in an unreleased track, I Made It, which appeared to reference inappropriate relations with a teen girl. Though he quickly apologized, the damage to his reputation was substantial. Around the same time, his relationship with Young Thug soured. Once close collaborators, their friendship deteriorated into a public feud, with Young Thug calling Quan ***bitch Homie Quan *** during performances. The rift created a significant buzz in the hip-hop community, particularly because they had once been part of the same collective. In 2016, Quan made headlines again after allegedly *** assaulting a security guard *** at a Miami nightclub. The incident, along with a BET Awards performance blunder where he forgot the lyrics to a Biggie Smalls song, further damaged his image. To make matters worse, a prolonged legal battle with his record label, TIG, Think It's a Game Records, prevented him from releasing new music for years. The details surrounding Rich Homie Quan's death remain murky, but the 911 call provides a glimpse into his final moments. According to Amber Williams, Quan had gone to bed the night before and seemed to be resting peacefully on the couch when she left to take their son to school. Upon returning, she was shocked to find that he hadn't moved and wasn't responding to her attempts to wake him. Williams's discovery that Quan was foaming at the mouth has added to the growing speculation that drugs may have played a role in his death. As news of Rich Homie Quan's death spread, the hip-hop community was quick to react. Tributes poured in from fellow artists like 2 Chainz, who reflected on a recent conversation with Quan about shooting a music video together, and Jackie, who posted a heartfelt message calling Quan his brother. Fans, too, were devastated. Social media was flooded with memories of Quan's music, with many expressing disbelief that such a talented artist was gone so suddenly. His songs had been the soundtrack to many listeners' lives, especially those who came of age during his rise to fame in the mid-2010s. Despite the controversies, Rich Homie Quan will be remembered as one of the pioneers of trap music and a key figure in the Atlanta rap scene. His ability to blend emotional depth with street anthems made him stand out, and his music resonated with a wide audience. Songs like Type of Way and Flex will forever be part of his legacy. While his death has left the world with more questions than answers, his influence on the music industry is undeniable. Even as the investigation into his passing continues, fans and fellow artists are united in remembering the impact that Rich Homie Quan had on their lives. The tragic and mysterious death of Rich Homie Quan has left a void in the hip-hop world. Though rumors of a drug overdose remain speculative, the details surrounding his passing are a stark reminder of the challenges artists face behind the scenes. As fans await the results of the autopsy, the legacy of Rich Homie Quan lives on in his music, his influence, and the countless lives he touched with his art. That's a wrap. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. See you in next video.